Welcome back. I have David Alexander here with me to talk about his experience sharing his passions with the community. Welcome, David. It is great to have you here.
Great to be here, Samantha.
Well, I know you to be a man of many talents. To begin with, can you share a little bit about your interests and your passions and how you allow them to overlap?
Sure. So I started tap dancing when I was 6 years old, and I also enjoy poetry and have dabbled a little bit in film. And so for me, I love being able to take poetry and put it to dance, or dance and combine it with original music. So I love being able to collaborate between my artistic giftings.
Yeah. When did you start using your love of the arts to help unify the community?
You know, I think it was definitely, for me, just in high school, I saw the opportunity to connect in with choir and take on opportunities through the school that allowed me to speak into the community. So BreakDown St. Louis was an organization that I began to engage with in high school, and speaking to 30,000 students in St. Louis during my high school experience.
Yeah. And your high school was Westminster Christian Academy, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Can you explain your involvement in Westminster's Night of the Arts and what the night really means to you personally?
Yeah, so Westminster puts on this event called Night of the Arts, and basically it is an event that celebrates Black history, and it gets the entire community involved through the arts. So you have choir, you have jazz, the jazz band plays, actors come on and share kind of historical scenes throughout the past. And so I was involved and brought in to be able to tap dance and kind of share as an alumni. And so the event is really about bringing together people to celebrate Black history, to look at the past, yes, the brokenness, the reality of the brokenness, but actually to be able to really celebrate what we're able to see that the Black community has been able to bring to the forefront through the arts.
Yeah, well, that's wonderful. Now let's take a closer look at what the Night of the Arts is all about.
We welcome you to the 4th Annual Night of the Living Arts.
It is Westminster's Black History Month program. We call it the Night of the Arts because we invite all of our fine arts to take part in it. Last year, I think we had about 75 students, and this year we have 140 students. Yeah, it's grown a little bit. We invite the choirs, band, orchestra, drama. This year we have the varsity dancers, varsity dance team involved. We get alum to come back. David Alexander is one of our alums.
So the Night of the Arts is an opportunity to look at Black history and authentically look at Black history, but not just from a brokenness standpoint, but from a breakthrough standpoint. Yes, we have differences, but let's look at the commonalities.
My favorite part about the Night of the Arts is just being able to participate in a culture that's so rich and just have fun. Part of the reason I joined choir is just to have that community and to be able to make something beautiful together.
So we always do some sort of traditional African-American cuisine, soul food. We try to capture some of the African-American tradition and experience it, and it's a great opportunity and everybody loves it. The Living Museum is basically, we have students who have been given characters. They will recite something about that character. So someone will come along and say, who are you? And so they'll say, I'm Maya Angelou, and they'll talk about when she was born, what she did as great achievements.
As I look at African American history as a whole, I see it as a story not just for the African American community. I see it as a story that's for all different types of communities.
Anytime you have to use the gift that you have in order to serve someone else, I feel like that's what it's intended for. I love the fact that it's something that we do every year. And every year we have more and more kids involved, more and more families, and more and more teachers. And so that was, that was always my heart.
That's so great to see you back at your old high school dancing and participating in that event. So how does it feel being back in that environment and just seeing how far the event has come and how it's grown?
For me coming back, I was actually on the diversity committee team at the school, and to come back and see kind of the fruits of our labor, to be able to see the amount of increased diversity at Westminster as a whole, and the fact that there were nearly 100 students, if not 100 or more students participating in the event, it was really definitely emotionally stirring for me personally. I was able to see that the school was had made efforts in moving forward and actually seeing a more diverse community, and they were really thriving through celebrating with the arts.
Yeah, that must have been amazing to see.
Yeah.
So next I want to talk about the organization BreakDown St. Louis. I know you mentioned it a little bit earlier. I know it's another organization you have very close ties to.
Yeah.
Can you explain for me what is BreakDown and how does it use the arts to share a positive community message?
So BreakDown St. Louis is a group of young people that actually get trained and equipped within their artistic talents to be able to go back into local high schools and middle schools and share about drugs, sex, and alcohol through using the arts. So it's a drama presentation that combines acting, dance, motivational speaking, and video testimonies to really bring home a really powerful message.
Yeah. So how are you able to collaborate with the team at this stage in your life?
You know, when I was on this team, I mainly was a dancer. I would do a solo tap dance performance. And after graduating from high school, personally, I wanted to stay involved, so then I became a speaker. Recently, my role has just been making a connection. So for the last 3 years, we've had a desire to develop a team in North County. So I was able to help make a connection point with the current new director for that initiative.
Yeah, well, let's get an inside perspective from the members of BreakDown's new North County and St. Louis City team.
Okay, to the left, to the right, to the left.
That we are breaking down walls of bondage that teenagers have that are preventing them from realizing their full potential. BreakDown is actually an international movement to help teens make healthy choices around sex, drugs, alcohol, self-harm, and violence. The primary way that the message and the vision of BreakDown is shared is through theater, dance, spoken word. For the St. Louis area, this team has been around for about 10 years underneath the vision and the leadership of Jenna Imergoot.
Teens are my passion. I made all the wrong choices as a teenager, and so as a result I just wanted to provide a product that could be utilized to help teens maybe not go down the path that I had gone down. EPIC is our national touring team, and so they take the BreakDown message and travel. Each year they compile a new program based on their individual life story.
Everyone is able to express themselves in different ways. And so when you see someone who can express themselves the way you express yourself, then you gotta connect.
It has been a vision and a passion of mine to start an expansion team that would be able to be intentional to reach the students in North County and St. Louis City.
Anybody that's going through anything, anybody that has struggles in their life, you know, we're here to try to show you that there's another way to go. It's always an alternative.
We have had adults end up coming up and sharing with us that it had impacted their life even as an adult. The arts are just so powerful. I feel like they break down all sorts of barriers.
So regardless of where you come from or what you've been exposed to, you can recognize beauty.
I can definitely see how BreakDown empowers people to make positive life choices. It's just such a great message that they're able to share. So to close us out, David Alexander, can you state how you feel the arts in general have the power to unify the community from your perspective?
Sure. So I like to tell people that I believe every person is an art piece. Every person is creatively made and crafted. And so when we're actually able to look at art, we're able to have an appreciation that brings everyone naturally together. So when someone is expressing art, when someone is expressing art specifically to share in bringing together the community, it even brings that artistic expression to a more powerful forefront for impact.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here. It's great to see how you're impacting the community through art. Up next, an inside look at a St. Louis dance studio that proves you're never too old to pick up a new hobby. Right after this.